Eighth grade writers, I would like to model for you how I'm going to take the two sticky notes that I developed with you on Tuesday and Wednesday and lengthen those into a long response for my writer's notebook. So I'm going to start with the sticky note that I did on Tuesday. I think was this one. I noticed that Claudette Colvin is determined. She wants a good education, and it doesn't matter to her that others are indifferent. And then this one, I believe, was Wednesdays. I'm noticing that Claudette is becoming an activist for the first time. JR's arrest and later conviction on the rape charge mobilized her. She became an advocate for JR's defense. All right, so what I'm already started is one paragraph for my entry. I'm going to read that through to you first, and then I'm going to continue to add to it during this video. Okay, so these two sticky notes I thought could go together nicely and that I could weld them together into something that incorporated both of the ideas from those sticky notes for a long entry in my notebook. Reading about Claudette Colvin's life is very inspiring. Claudette Colvin was a determined person from an early age. While many of the students in her class were preoccupied with their skin and hair, she was concerned about books and knowledge. Claudette longed for the books she knew her white peers had access to in their schools. She felt that integration might bring more and better quality learning materials to her school, and she was all for it. Claudette was not influenced by her classmates who felt that they shouldn't have to sit next to whites in class. Her desire to go to college was admirable considering the times. All right, I want to continue this though and add on here that in addition to being determined, she's also becoming an activist. So I want to continue with my paragraph from here. I'm going to write next that, let's see, when she was just a freshman in high school, Claudette was just a freshman in high school. Her classmate was convicted of that rape charge. Remember that? And he was sentenced to death. It was a very traumatic event in the community. Claudette's reaction is, Claudette's determination turned to activism at that time. Her experiences in the community and at school anger her. And her friend's questionable conviction seems to energize her. So some of the things she did were she began to attend rallies. She helped raise money for her classmates' defense fund. And she wrote letters to him in prison. This was really a turning point in her life. And I thought that It was as if Okay, so it was as if all the prejudices and hardships that Claudette had endured as a young Black girl were heated to a boiling point and were spilling out of her. She was developing the bravery she would later need to stand up for herself and her whole community. All right, so what I did was I thought about those little ideas that I got on my sticky notes as I was jotting through the text. And then I really thought about those and just developed those ideas into this long entry in my writer's notebook. Later, when we begin to write the essay, it's helpful to have several long entries like this to look back at because those can become like building blocks for your essay. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys will take all the jotting that you've done Tuesday and Wednesday and see if you can find a couple that are related. And I want you to write at least one long entry, two if you can, um, on your slides today.